Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Divorced Heroes. I'm the Divorced Hero in the studio once again with the victorious Slick Vic.
Hey, what up? How's everyone doing? We are back. We always come back. We leave you wanting more, and
We got a juicy one today.
we got a real juicy one.
What do you do when you catch your friend's wife cheating?
Damn, that's what do you do?
Oh, that's a good one. Stop and think, how good of a friend am I to this guy? Do I want to stir some shit up?
Oh yeah, where's the relationship? Like, what
Yeah.
kind of friendship is it? Right?
Yeah, are we really, really cool?
Like homies from back in the days, or we just met a couple
Yeah,
months
where's
ago?
my loyalty to him?
Yeah,
Do I have to tell him? And if he finds out that I knew, are we gonna stop being friends?
right.
So you really have to sit back and think, all right, how am I gonna handle this situation?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you have to decide. Are you going to go into detail? And that also depends on the friendship. Are you going to go down into detail and
You're gonna have to go
basically
into detail.
walking through the whole thing?
You're gonna have to.
Or if you're not that good of a friend, you just kind of give them a little hint. Hey, you might want to watch out for this. So there's two ways you can go about it.
Oh man. So
Shoot it.
sometimes
Somebody needs to hear this.
sometimes
Yes.
depending, like let's say you guys are just you guys are friends but not super close friends,
Yeah.
and you know this is gonna break up the marriage and all that,
Yeah.
but you're gonna get dragged into it.
Oh yeah, you're not anonymous at all.
Maybe you better just keep it pushing. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That would be my advice. Right?
So
Hey,
if you've only known them for a couple of months or maybe a couple of years,
yeah, and you guys are just kind of like acquaintances,
yeah.
you might want to just let it go and pray that he finds out on his own somehow, right?
Or do you let the chick know? Hey, I know,
Hell no, you stay away from the chick,
because then you get
because
dressed.
then you get dragged in, and then it sounds like
You were trying to get.
you were doing something you weren't supposed
Guys,
to.
you see. Even when you try to do good, you end up doing bad.
Stay away from the chick. That's not for you to be the confrontational one. Because check this out. Let's say you go out to a car show.
Yeah.
And you see your very good friend,
Mm-hmm.
wife, with another guy walking around holding hands, and you could tell that it's not, brotherly, right?
Right.
And and then you jump in and you say, "Hey, what the hell is this?"
Yeah.
Oh, they can spin it right. Oh, and she can get to him first and say, "I saw so and so at this car show. He came up to, he tried to talk to me."
So at something like that, at a situation like that, the best thing to do is whip out your phone.
Exactly. So we're gonna get right to that, right? So
Yeah.
the first thing you do is, hey, how involved do I really want to get in this? Because this is gonna be a
Well,
mess.
I think you should still take it out and record just in case, and then you make up that decision.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, because you can always delete the video.
So the first thing you got to do is assess the situation. How good is my relationship with him?
Yeah.
And am I going to get involved?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you say yes. Now you got to get facts.
Yes.
Because I heard, or I think I saw,
It could be, like you said, it could be manipulated. It could be.
and you're going to cause ruckus, and you don't have facts.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's going to come back to you and say, well, you're the one that told me you thought you saw her at the concert.
Yeah, and when a guy's in denial, he's going to fucking
Exactly.
you, not her.
When he's in denial, he doesn't want to believe it.
Yeah.
So he's going to start questioning you like, well, what did you see?
What were you doing there? How do you know? Wait,
Right?
How do you know her name?
So if you're going to go with it, man, you want to make sure you got facts, you got pictures, you got texts, videos, witnesses.
Yes.
Because you're going to have to, like a lawyer, you're going to have to come and tell him, look, brother, I love you. This is what I know. And this is, look.
I think that's the best way to start off. Hey, bro, I love you, but I thought
this is what I know, and this is what I have in front of me. Bro.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna ride with you to the end. You can tell her I showed you this.
Yeah.
Because it's when you would say, "Hey, look," but you didn't hear it from me. But here's this information. She's gonna go directly to him and say, when he throws all that information in front of her, where'd you hear from?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
They're just trying to break us up.
Oh yeah.
This.
Yeah.
And you're letting no. But if you stand firm with him, like, look, this is what I know.
Yes.
Right.
That pictures are worth 1,000 words. So
know this: your relationship is gonna change.
Yeah, regardless.
With that guy, it's gonna change. It's either gonna get better or it's gonna get worse.
Most of the time, it gets worse. And not really worse. It's not gonna be the same anymore.
It's not gonna be the same.
He's gonna be cautious of his new. If he does have a new girlfriend, and like,
Right.
is he gonna find out about something about her? Or
Yeah.
it's gonna be fucking.
So I know a guy. The guy has a best friend who's dating this punk rock chick. You know how they paint their hair different colors? So one day the best friend is driving around the neighborhood running errands, and at this park, he in the middle of the day, he sees a girl with that hair color and with the body resembling his best friend's girlfriend, engaged. They were about to get married.
Yeah.
So in the middle of the day, you see two people sitting kind of like out in the corner. You already know what's, that
You
doesn't.
try to tell my chick, bro. You see any public display of affection, or what do they call it, PDA?
Yeah.
You know they're cheating, because you don't do that with your girl no more. Right? That's first
Right?
date tops.
So this guy was thinking quick, right? So he tells me, he's like, I didn't know what to do. I knew that I had to think quick, right?
Yeah.
So he immediately calls his best friend, right? His best friend does plumbing, handiwork, and stuff like that, right? So he immediately calls him and tells him, hey, where are you? He says, oh, I'm at the grocery store. Mm-hmm. He said, I'm on my way to pick you up. I just saw this house that I'm interested in buying, but I need someone to look at it with me because I want to put a bid in, but it needs to be right now. So he was thinking, I'm gonna go pick up this guy. I'm gonna go straight to that park, and then we're gonna find out together.
Yeah,
because he didn't know how else he could tell.
That's actually pretty smart,
right? So as he's pulling up to the grocery store, he's walking out.
Yeah,
and he says, "Hey, you ready to go?" And he says, "Yeah. Let me just give my car keys to my wife, or my girlfriend, or fiance, whatever. My wife, she's inside buying groceries." So he says he just said all this and like just stress just melted.
Yeah, exactly.
The weight just came off, and he's like, "Oh, thank God!" And he's like, "What? Why? What's going on? I thought you said we had to go." "No, man, never mind. Don't even worry about it." So he's like, What's going on?" So he doesn't want to say anything because now might cause any.
It might cause some,
right. And eventually he told him over a couple of beers and they started laughing. But you know what that guy said? "Hey, bro, thank you for having my back.
Yeah,
I appreciate what you were gonna do."
A lot of times people don't understand, or the other parties don't understand how stressful it is for that third person.
Yeah, dude, he don't want to do that.
You don't. It's like you don't want to see it. You don't want to know about it. God only knows why you witnessed it, but yeah, it's a stressful situation.
So I know another story.
Okay,
all right.
Shoot it. That first one's pretty good. I like that first one.
These guys are they're in the same platoon in Iraq, right?
Okay.
This guy who told me this, he was in the Marines. Big what up to the Marines. Hoorah.
Hoorah, not who.
Hoorah.
It's not who, homies.
All right, so he tells me this. So they go on deployment, right? They're in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
They go on deployment. And every now and then they got a chance to message over the internet.
Okay.
Message their girlfriends back home, yada yada, what's going on, this and that, right?
Yeah.
Well, while they were gone, this particular guy's wife and the wife of his buddy, his battle buddy, the guy that he's with every day, become friends because they're both texting each other and, "Hey, how you doing? Do you want to go get our hair done?" All this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So they become pretty good friends.
Okay.
So one day, this particular dude, he's chit-chatting with his wife, and she tells him, "Hey, I got something to tell you."
Oh, shit.
So he's like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he says, "Hey, so-and-so's, we'll call him Johnny's. You know Johnny's wife? Yeah. Well, today we met up for coffee, and she told me that she's been cheating on him."
Oh, fuck.
So I'm letting you know. The first thing this guy does is says, "Why the fuck did you just tell me that?"
Yeah.
I'm with this guy every day.
Every day.
We're in a hellhole. Every day, this guy is my battle buddy. Like, we're together every day.
Yeah.
And she said, "Well, I don't know. I just figured I had to tell you."
Oh, man.
So he's like, just imagine the stress. He's telling me, he's like, "Dude, I didn't know what to do."
Right.
So he's looking at him, and Johnny looks at him and says, "Hey, what's going on with you? I sense you a little different."
Yeah.
And he says, "No, just got some issues back home."
Yeah.
So he says, I want to tell him because I feel like I have to because that's my brother.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's gonna go suicidal, if he's gonna believe me. I mean, we're walking around with loaded weapons.
Yeah, you just never know what. Yeah,
right.
he might just go blasting everywhere. Yeah.
So he says, I tried telling him one day, and he goes, I tried to bring up the conversation,
Right.
and I said something like to the effect, hey, we're here talking about our wives at home when it's our moms that are praying to every single God, hoping we come home while our wives are probably out in the club with another guy.
Yeah.
So he starts laughing and he says, why would you say that? So he's like, well, you know how it is. You know, women cheat. We're out here. You know, I don't know. But our moms are the ones that are praying every day, hoping that we come home alive. Do you think your chick is praying, or is she doing her thing? So he said, you know what? I don't know. I have a good chick. Johnny says, I have a good chick.
Yeah.
I think she's waiting for me. He's like, why? Do you suspect something? So we'll call the other guy Billy, the guy that knows the information. Billy's like, well, no, I think I have a good chick too, but you never know nowadays.
Yeah.
So he's trying to feel the guy out. Should I tell him or should I not tell him?
Right.
So he said, hey, what would you do if you found out that your chick was being unfaithful?
Yeah.
So Johnny's like, I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about stuff like that since we're so busy out here and we got our mind on something else, but I really don't know. So Billy's like, hey, I don't think it's a good time to tell this guy.
No.
I don't think I'm gonna tell him.
That's pretty smart for him to tell.
So Billy holds the information, right?
Yeah.
But Billy is pissed off because he feels like he's lying to his buddy.
Yeah.
And they're battle buddies, bro. They're with each other every day.
That's a special bond they got.
Okay, so he tries to bring it up again.
Yeah.
Same thing. It really doesn't go anywhere. It kind of just it's out there in limbo, and it gets to the point where Johnny is like, "Hey, bro, why do you keep talking about this? Like, is your chick doing something? Like, you can let me know." So Billy's like, "No, I don't think so. I mean, she very well could be. Who knows? But I don't think so. No, I'm just, it's just in my head. I'm just,
right.
I'm just out here. All right." So he decides not to say anything.
Yeah.
But it's hard.
I bet.
Right. So guess what? They come home. They finally come home.
Yeah.
They come home. They have a big welcome home party.
Yeah.
Right. One of the guys throws a big party. There's booze, dancing,
Everything.
There's everything, man. They're happy to be alive, right?
Yeah.
So they get the drinking, right? And now Billy is like, "Hey, Johnny, I gotta talk to you.
Can of worms. Yeah.
I gotta talk to you, right?" And this guy Billy, he told me, he said, I broke down crying because I had held that in for such a long time. He said, I broke down crying to him and I told him, I'm really drunk right now, but I have to tell you something. I found this out. Your wife cheated on you while we were in Afghanistan. And my wife told me, and you can tell her that the information came from us. And she has the text messages and when they talked about it to prove it. So you know what Johnny says, all right, don't worry about it. Thank you for telling me. And he goes, is that why we kept having those weird ass conversations? And he said, yup, I was trying to tell you. I just couldn't figure out a way to tell you. And he said, well, I appreciate it. And thank you for not telling me while we were over there because I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah.
Right?
You got no power to do shit.
So he didn't say anything.
Yeah.
And I think about a year later, the guilt got to her.
Yeah.
And she confessed to him and said, hey, just while you were gone, I cheated on you. And Johnny said, I know. Billy told me. He told me everything. You cheated on me with this guy and this and that.
Mm.
And she said, why didn't you ever say anything? And he said, I was waiting for you to confess. They ended up breaking up anyway, and then they ended up going their separate ways, right? But that's not the moral of the story. The moral of the story is, do you tell them or you don't tell them, right?
Yeah.
So you got to look at your circumstances. If telling him is going to hurt him at that time, it's probably not the bright idea to let it out, right?
And he took it pretty good too, man.
He did. He took it like a champ.
Because he was like, well, why didn't you tell me back then or whatever? But he obviously said it, right? Thanks for not telling me back then.
Yep.
you're in a spot where you can't really do shit about it, and you can't just talk to your sergeant or whatever.
Yeah, you got a chain of command, your platoon sergeants,
They're not gonna let you go for that.
who's
You don't get to leave because your chick's cheating, do you?
no,
Yeah.
no. It
So you
doesn't
gotta
work that
deal
way.
with it, and now your mind's clouded, and you're walking through enemy territory, and you're not focused on the right things.
Right. So you really have to sit down and really think, is it worth me telling this person right now?
Yeah,
And if you are going to tell them, you're going to have to get involved.
you're gonna have to. There's no way around it, unless you do like an anonymous fucking letter with all the information.
Well, I've heard of someone doing that too, and it just went spiraled out of control.
My ex did that. My ex did that to her sister.
Wrote a letter and then put it in the car.
So her sister was fucking around.
Oh, okay.
She found out, did a letter, wrote all the information, guy's name, the other guy's name, where she would go, when she would claim she would be at this place. She was really.
So she told on her own sister.
Yeah.
Wow.
She told on her own sister, but nothing ever came out of it. The guy,
No.
I know. Actually, from what I remember, the guy got the letter. He read it. He questioned the wife,
Right.
and the wife's like, "Oh, that's somebody hating on us,"
Right.
and that's where it ended. So it's kind of like, you really have no power to keep going forward.
Well, exactly. It's how involved are you going to get? And if you're not willing to get involved all the way, then don't even do anything. Because I know of a story of the same thing, right? The guy ends up telling someone,
Yeah,
that his old lady is stepping out on him, but he doesn't know how to do it.
right.
So he writes an anonymous letter and puts it on his windshield.
Yeah,
Well, the guy looks at this letter. He doesn't know any of the facts. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. The first thing he does is he go home. He questions his wife. His wife gives him attitude. He beats her ass, and then he ends up going to jail.
Oh God.
So at the end of the day, it's like, dude, you were trying to do something good, and you ended up fucking his life up for what? Instead of doing it, I wouldn't even say there's a right way.
There's not a right. You just got to figure out. Each situation is gonna be different.
Yeah.
That's all we can say. But this is a hard one, bro, because I don't know. I don't know what I would do. To be honest, I really don't.
Well, you got to think about a lot of if they have kids, how long they've been together.
Yeah.
Your words
I
are
know
going to change.
the right thing to do is to say something.
Right.
The right thing is definitely. It's just, and I have no doubt that I will say something. It's just how involved am I
Right.
going to be in this, and kind of like your buddy, in the military.
Right.
You got to choose the right time.
Right.
You can't just come out. You can't. You can't, bro. I'm thinking of some situations. I'm like, you just can't tell them. I find out today, and I'm gonna tell them tomorrow. It's not gonna. It's kind of hard.
It is, because you know that what this information is going to change his life.
Yeah, for everyone.
For everyone.
For
Yours
for
too.
him, for me,
the kids, if they have children, everything. So you got to be sure that what you know is 100% factual.
Yeah. Damn.
That's why rule number one or step number one is, how good of a friend are you to this guy? Do you really want to be the one that's going to change everything?
Yeah.
Or is it best for you just to turn the other way and say, I know it sucks, but hey, I don't want to get involved in this.
But even if you do that, I think that every time you see them together, you're just going to be like, it's going to be in your mind.
Well, then obviously you're not going to come around anymore.
Right.
And now you don't come around, he's going to say, hey, what's going on, man? Why don't you come around anymore? I'm busy.
Yeah. Which is more lies. And
yeah, that's a tough one, huh?
That's a tough one. Like, I wish we'd take callers and see what they would do. That would be.
That is a very good idea.
We have to do a hotline and figure out how we can just get someone to call in.
Tap into my neighbor's phone line or something.
Yeah, dude. This is a really good topic, bro. But you gave some good examples, which they all ended pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, no one got killed or anything.
That would have been my biggest fear, bro. Honestly, if I was out there.
If you were going to say something like, man, is this guy going to harm her? Is he going to do something?
Harm her, harm me, harm himself?
That's true.
That's like 3 different ways it could go.
And then now you got to live with it, right? And why did I say something?
And then you think about, she's seen the news, right? Where it's like, the guy will go after the kids. What do
they call it? Anyway, yeah, they go on that rage.
Yeah. So, fuck, dude. This was a all right. You got a good one this time, bro. That was really a good one.
So hit us up and let us know, what would you do if you knew that your friend's wife or girlfriend was cheating? Would you tell them?
So, quick recap, right? You choose first of all how good of a friends we are.
Yeah, you have to assess your friendship with this person. Do you really want to get involved?
Yes, and then secondly, how far are you gonna get involved?
You have to go all the way.
You have to go all the way. Third is collect as much evidence, data that you can because you're gonna need it.
You're gonna need it.
Your friend's not gonna just believe you.
No,
He's not. And if he does, it's gonna eat him up inside, not knowing exactly what.
no one wants to believe that the person they love is being unfaithful.
Right.
So if you do come with some half-ass evidence,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be easy for her to deny it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's not me.
Yeah.
You know that I don't write that way, or you know that I don't do my hair like that, or whatever.
Right. Well, even me, when it happened to me, right? No one had to tell me I got the evidence, and even then, I was like,
You don't want to believe it.
I don't want to believe it.
Yeah.
Questioning it.
You're trying to talk yourself out of it.
Were they really talking? Were they really doing this? Like you almost want to fucking give her the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly.
Or him, right, or whatever.
And that's you. That's you
That's
with the
just me.
evidence in front of you.
Yeah, that's just me. No, not a third party.
Right. Now imagine when it's someone else telling you this.
Yeah, you kind of look at them like, wait, are you looking out for me, or are you trying to get at her? Or so many things.
Exactly. So it gets
So
muddy
facts,
really
guys.
quickly.
Facts. Get all your facts. Get all the evidence. Call pictures, text, whatever you can. Have it locked down because you're gonna need it. And then finally, just know that your relationship is gonna change, regardless of whichever way you want to take it. And your name's gonna come up.
It's gonna come up.
Be ready for it. Be ready for it, and just, I guess, all I can say is, if you know you're doing it out of the goodness of your heart, that's all I should be there.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. Even if it goes sour, time heals, and then later on, maybe he'll thank you. Maybe he'll leave that relationship, and find the right one 5 years later, and come thank you, like, bro, be my best man because of you.
Yeah, may hopefully. I mean, in a perfect world, that's what would happen, right?
Yeah.
Everything ends up working out.
Jeez.
So with that being said, thank you for listening. Know that you are not alone. There's hundreds of thousands of people that go through a divorce, and you too will be okay.
Yeah.
You just got to keep moving.
One more thing I want to say before we end this episode. We came into the show from a men's perspective, right?
Right.
And because we are men and we talk about what we know, but this platform is getting a little bit of buzz and people are talking, and we're getting to know a lot of people from the opposite sex,
right,
that are going through very similar situations, and that's really interesting, bro. Because I had to really admit to myself that I thought it was, what's the word, a sexist court system, right?
Right.
Which it is. Let's be honest, it is.
Yeah, to a certain extent. Yeah,
but women go through it too, bro.
Women do go through it.
Women go through it too. So, with that being said, we would love to hear some women come on this platform, possibly even come on as a guest. But definitely want to hear your stories because since we started doing the show, I think I've ran into like 6 women.
Yeah.
That have a very similar story to mine, but the girl version, right?
Right.
And it's like, it was unheard of to me until now. So, this platform is doing a lot of good, and it's exposing a lot of different avenues and helping. At least it's helping me see things through a different perspective.
Different perspectives, right?
So let's keep them coming, ladies. Ladies, step it up. You guys always step up. Come on, man. Let's get a female not co-host, but a female
guest.
A female guest. Or just like we said, go on the page and just leave a comment. If you want to leave a comment or you have a question or you want to say your story, feel free to express it on there. So,
all right. With that being said, keep moving forward, guys. The darkness is just for a short time. You just got to keep moving. You will see light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
And until next time, thank you for listening.